So you're looking to buy a new hardware wallet for your crypto or your valuable NFTs. Or maybe you already have a hardware wallet, but you're just tired of constantly typing in your password on your Trezor or on your Ledger. Wouldn't it be easy if you could just gain access to your hardware wallet and all the crypto assets on it by just using your fingerprint or your face like you do already on your iPhone or your Android? Well, the D'Cent hardware wallet actually uses biometric authentication to give you access to all the assets in your wallet. But the big question is it actually good, and can it really compete with Ledger and Trezor? And most importantly, will it safely secure your crypto and your NFTs? I'm Devin Cook. Let's talk about hardware wallets, and welcome back to Dev Money. And two quick disclaimers. First, if you're not sure why you need a hardware wallet for your cryptocurrency and your NFTs, and maybe it just seems very complicated and unnecessary, well, I'll leave a link in the description below and at the end of this video explaining why you need a hardware wallet. But the simple answer is that they keep your private keys offline, which is a great way to safeguard all your crypto assets. And the second disclaimer is that this video is not sponsored, but D'Cent did send me this wallet to review, which I allowed under the condition that they also send another one that I can give away to one of you. So comment down below what you would store in a hardware wallet, and in a week's time, I'm gonna randomly choose one of the comments and send you one of these wallets. Now let's start off by unboxing this wallet. So you're gonna see that it's packaged in this cardboard type of material, and you're gonna see the sticker on the side that says do not use if seal is broken. Now personally, I'm not the biggest fan of this sticker. I think they could use one of those foil holographic shiny stickers, which I think would be a lot better to prove authenticity, because when I look at this one, it just looks like maybe it could be easily taken off and put back on, and someone could potentially tamper with it. Now when we open it up, just slice these stickers. You're gonna open the box and you're gonna get the welcome card, and on the back of here is gonna have the QR code so you can download the iOS or Android app on your phone. You're next gonna get your recovery sheets for your private key, so you can write down all of the words for your private key. This is something that you get with pretty much every hardware wallet. And then next in the box, you're gonna get the hardware wallet itself, a little USB cable, and that looks like it's pretty much it. Now for the hardware wallet itself, you take off this protective film, and one thing to note is that it does feel pretty sturdy in your hands. One of the biggest things I don't like about the Trezor One is that it just feels very flimsy and cheap. It's really just plastic. But on the Ledger Nano X, which is currently my favorite hardware wallet, it has that metal exterior, and it just makes it feel a lot more high quality. And it does have one button here on the side. It says D'Cent on the back. This top part right here is metal, but the rest of it is plastic. And you have your arrow keys and then your authentication for your finger. And yes, if you've noticed, I do have a toe thumb. Thanks for noticing. So that's what you can expect when you unbox the D'Cent wallet. Now, what is gonna set this wallet apart from the Ledger and the Trezor? Because the biggest question you're gonna be asking yourself is, does it actually stack up to those two wallets, which are really the industry leaders in the hardware wallet space? Does it have the same features, and can it even compete? Well, here's the rundown on the D'Cent wallet. The D'Cent wallet was founded in 2017, and it's a Korean-based company. And just like the Trezor and the Ledger, it supports most cryptocurrencies. There's a list of over 2,500 cryptocurrencies that it does support. And if you do have a somewhat obscure cryptocurrency and you want to see if this wallet supports it, you can just go onto their website, type it in, and it's going to let you know whether or not you can store it on this wallet. Now, one of my biggest gripes with this wallet is that it doesn't have USB-C. It uses micro USB, which I just hate. I think it's a really flimsy connection, and USB-C is just far better. And that's honestly one of the reasons I love my Ledger Nano X. USB-C, baby. And it does have a 1.1-inch OLED display, which is pretty surprising because that's premium display technology. Now, the biggest and most obvious difference between this wallet and the Ledger and Trezor is the use of the biometric authentication. Basically, you're gonna use your fingerprint, your thumb, or your index finger, or whatever other finger you want to unlock the device, rather than putting in a password or a passphrase like you would on a Ledger and a Trezor. Now, from my experience with this wallet, it's not nearly as good as you're gonna find on an iPhone with Touch ID or on an Android device, but also, I'm not really surprised about that because this is a much cheaper device, and phone companies typically go all out to make sure you get the best features possible. And similar to the Ledger Nano X, it is going to store your private key on a secure element, which is CCEAL 5+ rated. Now I know that's a lot of letters, so what on earth does that even mean? Well, CCEAL stands for Common Criteria Evaluation Assurance Level, and I know that's a mouthful. And in this case, it's rated EAL 5+. And this is really just an international computer security standard, and it's the same level that the Ledger Nano X received as well, but 5+ is not the highest level that a computer chip can receive. To achieve the EAL5 standard, the device has to be semi-formally designed and tested, and this applies when developers or users require high, independently assured security in a planned development and require a rigorous development approach that does not incur unreasonable costs from specialist security engineering techniques. And the highest rating that a chip can receive is level 7, but that's typically reserved for corporation or government devices that need the absolute most in security, and they can afford the costs associated associated. Getting a level 7 rating on a consumer device would be really cost prohibitive to most consumers. And as far as NFT support goes, you can send your NFTs to the D'Cent wallet, and then you can manage them on the iOS or Android app, which you can download from the App Store. And my best practice is still to manage your NFTs through OpenSea, which you can do with this wallet, but you gotta use Wallet Connect. It's not gonna interface directly with MetaMask, which in my opinion is a really big downside. So now let's go ahead and set up this device. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start off by holding this power button on the side, and then the device is gonna power up. You're gonna use this OK button to select your language. Hold on, it looks like mine just powered off. Maybe the battery is dead. All right, so I just got it plugged into power. It looks like it's powered on now, and it is charging, and it does look like the battery indicator is pretty low. So you're just gonna hit that OK button to select your language, and then you can either create a new wallet or you can recover a wallet from a previous seed phrase. Now remember, you don't wanna use a hot wallet seed phrase on this wallet. The whole purpose of a hardware wallet is to keep your private keys offline, so you're gonna wanna set this up as a new wallet, or you can import a seed phrase from your Ledger or Trezor, because those seed phrases also have always been offline and they've never been exposed. So I'm gonna hit create new wallet, and it's gonna ask me to enter a PIN. So I'm just gonna enter a PIN for this video, which I'm gonna make extremely simple, and it's just gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it does tell me that the security level is low, which is a nice feature, but obviously this is just for testing, this is just for YouTube, so I'm fine with that. Now you are gonna have to enter your PIN again to verify it, so just go ahead and enter it in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hit OK, and now you're gonna enroll your finger. So I'm gonna use my toe thumb, and I'm just gonna scan my finger a couple different times like you would on an iPhone or on Android. It's gonna give you a bit of a progress bar and use all the edges. It's gonna process it, and then you're gonna have to verify your finger, and you just touch it on there. It says it's failed, so let's try it again. And there we go. Now it's gonna give you your recovery seed, and you're gonna get the warning that you have to keep this safe yourself, and that you do need to record it, not electronically, but on some sort of physical device like the paper, or you can get different devices that you can store your private seed on as well. So hit OK to indicate you understand, and now it's gonna process and start to give you your seed phrase. So it's gonna start giving you your seed phrase 4 words at a time, 24 words total, and you do need to record this on a sheet of paper like the one they gave you. And you can scroll back and forth on the device to see all of the different seed phrase words, and you can double check and make sure you have them recorded properly. And then once you're finished, you're just gonna go to the last page and hit OK. And if someone wants to use this seed phrase for your device, don't. Bad idea. It's compromised, and I'm gonna reset this device once I'm through with this video. It's then gonna ask to make sure you did record your seed phrase and you didn't just skip through this process thinking that it's not important. You hit OK, and then it's gonna ask you to verify your seed phrase by entering it in on the device. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna have to enter the first 3 letters of each word, and then it's gonna suggest the word, and you have to choose which one it is from the list. And you have to do this with all 24 words, so it does take some time, be aware of that, but that's just one of the costs of properly securing your NFTs and your crypto. So it's tedious for sure, but you can get through it. And once you have finished with the setup process and you have verified your seed phrase, you're gonna get a message saying congratulations, you've set up your wallet appropriately. You're then gonna be able to see your account, which you're gonna need to add on the iOS app. And then you can see the Bluetooth settings, you can change your PIN, and also you can enroll a different finger for the use of the biometric authentication. So the next step is you're gonna get your mobile phone, and you're gonna scan that QR code on the back of the little sheet that came with the device. And then you'll download the D'Cent app on your iOS or your Android device. Once it's downloaded, you can launch the app. It's gonna want access to your camera, and then you can select your wallet. In this case, I have the biometric wallet. So I'm gonna register my password, which I'll just make, again, extremely simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So nobody go and try and steal my stuff. That's not actually my real password, if anyone's wondering. Yes, we are gonna wanna use Bluetooth so we can connect with this device, and now we're gonna be able to manage our assets. And then on the D'Cent device, we're gonna go hit Bluetooth, and we're gonna scroll down to which device we have, in this case, iOS for me. And then you're gonna tap this button on the top right on your phone. It's gonna search for the device. You're gonna tap on that, and then it's gonna connect. It's gonna initialize the wallet and sync everything up. And it's gonna ask you to wait because everything wants to process and have you wait. And then we're gonna hit the add account button at the bottom right, and we're gonna start adding some accounts. So maybe we want a Bitcoin account on this wallet. It's gonna take a minute to sync, and then voila, now we have a Bitcoin account on our wallet. And then once you tap on that, you're gonna see the send and the receive, the details history, and you can also hide this account. So if you do wanna get funds into this account, you're just gonna hit receive. You're gonna see your wallet address, which you can either copy and paste on your computer or your phone, or you can just scan the QR code. And if we want to add another account, say like Ethereum, for example, we just go back in there, add an account, and hit create. We can also name the account, but I'm just leaving it as default for now. And the cool thing is you can also add a second account. So like if I want to add a second Bitcoin account to this wallet, I can do so just by adding another account and clicking on Bitcoin again, and then I'm gonna have 2 Bitcoin accounts if I wanna have 2 accounts for whatever reason. And then in the collectibles section on this app, once you have sent NFTs into it, this is is where you're gonna see your NFTs displayed right in your app. And then you have the manager and settings options, which you can use if you ever wanna change things, if you wanna enable Face ID or different settings on your device. And with Face ID, I'm talking about with your iPhone, not with your wallet. So that's how to set up your D'Cent wallet, but what are my thoughts on it, especially in comparison to my favorite, the Ledger Nano X? Well, one of the cons I have with it with opening the device is that sticker on the side. I just think they could do better to make that sticker a bit more tamper-proof. And another thing I'm not a big fan about with this wallet is that you do have to use Wallet Connect to interface with OpenSea. I'm a big fan of MetaMask, and so if you could just integrate it with MetaMask, in my mind, that would be preferable. And then I also like the features that Ledger and Trezor have where you can verify the software on your device when you receive it to ensure that it's not been tampered with. And I think this is a feature that any hardware wallet needs, because the last thing you want to do is send a bunch of crypto or NFTs over to a compromised device and then have all those assets stolen. And one thing I do like about this device is that you can scroll through the seed phrase pretty simply when you're setting it up to make sure you've recorded all of the words correctly. So the big question, will I be switching from my Ledger Nano X? Well, not at this point, and the main reason is because I'm such a big fan and such a big user of MetaMask that I needed whatever hardware wallet I use to integrate directly with MetaMask instead of having to use Wallet Connect. I'm just not a big fan. And yes, the Ledger still has its issues, and sometimes there's some big issues with integrating with MetaMask, but I still prefer to have that option. And honestly, whatever hardware wallet you choose is really based upon your own preference. If you want to go with probably the most trusted brand in the space, then go with Ledger. If you really like the idea of using your thumb or your fingerprint to access your crypto assets, well, you can go with the D'Cent wallet because it's also a great option. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Remember to comment down below to win one of these devices, and also go check out my link for Webull down below in the description to support the channel. When you set up an account, you can get up to $9,000 in free stocks.